Hello, beauties. Welcome to my third episode of the Healthy Skin Edit. My name is Jenette Sarens, holistic and medical esthetician for over 25 years now. And we're going to talk today about hormone balance and how we should be our own health advocates. And not just physical, but for mental and spiritual. Finding people that you trust, finding doctors, healers, therapists, health practitioners, like even Tia. I don't know if you've heard of the women's health care system called Tia Health. Incredible. They're all over the place, and it's a membership, and they really help support and advocate for overall women's health. Just to give you an idea that there are places out there with integrity. But I'm here to share what I've seen, and yes, I'm in my living room. We'll let that helicopter go by, shake the building a bit. And last time we spoke about oncology safe products, and I showcased a lot of my skincare and reef safe sunscreen that you can actually feel safe and good about, preventing cancer cells from developing, but also using these products with healthy ingredients if you're going through chemo and radiation. And now we're going to talk today about overall balance of the endocrine system, which leads and talks and communicates to every other part of our body, and how important it is to try to stay as balanced as possible. And sometimes we don't know because we're constantly changing. Every 72 hours, we have new cells. But today I'm going to talk about how synthetic hormones have just been given just a little too easy, and I'm just a little concerned, and I want us to share this with young women and all women alike, but especially young women. We want to have them be advocates for themselves and ask questions, be curious. And for me, when I went on birth control, when I started to become sexually active, I actually started feeling a little crazy and a little depressed, and then they wanted to put me on Prozac. And it ends up that I got off of it pretty quickly, and I actually got acne from it, which I know sometimes they say that these birth control pills can help your acne. Yes, sometimes they can if it's the right fit. And I'm not saying don't ever use birth control, don't ever use synthetic hormones. I'm just saying find out what's best for you, and again, find people that you trust. So when I got off, it did take me on a whole new journey of holistic medicine, and I worked with acupuncturists and got on herbs to balance my hormones. And I did do the natural observation method for birth control, and that lasted maybe a couple years. And then I got pregnant with Beckett at the early age of 25 years old. So yes, birth control, there are options out there. There is the IUD. I know people are against the copper IUD because it gives you heavy periods and it can cause cramping. When you first get it, yes, you can be crampy for a little bit. If you get it right after childbirth, you don't even feel it. But if you have not had kids, yes, you can be cramping for up to a week, and you can have heavier periods for up to a year, but usually it's only the first 3 days of your period. To me, in my opinion, the copper IUD is the healthier, easier way to go, and it lasts 10 years. How incredible is that? The birth control pill, what if you forget? And what if it is making you crazy? And what if it's making you bloated? What if it's giving you very large breasts and gaining weight? I've even heard from my clients, I've seen now over 20,000 clients in my lifetime. So I've seen a lot of faces, and I've been able to talk to a lot of young women and middle-aged women and older women, and I've gotten to hear their stories, and they share, 90% of women share that the birth control pill gave them some kind of issues, whether it was bumpiness, hyperpigmentation, melasma that shows up sometimes later after you're 25, or when you're going through a hormonal change. Once you're pregnant, sometimes you get the pregnancy mask, and then you're dealing with fighting hyperpigmentation later in life, which is never fun. My daughter, I'm going to just give you an example. She did not want to listen to me a few years ago, and she went on birth control, and she felt crazy. She did not feel like herself, and she calls her doctor, because I said, tell your doctor everything that you're feeling, and he said, well, let's get you on a different birth control pill. And that is when she decided she didn't want to take any chances with the synthetic hormones, and we went and got her the copper IUD. Yes, she's only 17 years old, and yes, it did hurt her for that 20 minutes when they were inserting it. I was right there holding her hand. She was cramping for about 4 or 5 days, and yes, she's had heavier periods, but only for the first 3 days. But she doesn't have to worry about, one, getting pregnant, and two, she doesn't have to worry about it for, another 7 years now. Of course, she still has to be safe and protect herself, having sex, which every woman should, with, a condom, please. We don't want to get STDs. We don't want to spread any. But I'm just here to encourage all women, and please share and spread this word, that synthetic hormones are not always the answer. They are just given out, and a lot of it is supported by big pharma. Sometimes they work, and that's great. Probably because you needed that hormone. You needed whatever was in there. Usually it is progesterone. So I just want us all to be advocates for our overall health and well-being, and I don't think we talk about it enough. And we don't want to feel suicidal. We don't want to feel depressed and anxious and angry and have excess water, weight gain. There are people out there to support us, and we just need to research and find them, ask for referrals from people that you think are, role models, and that are maybe living a healthier life or seeming a little bit more balanced. Ask them. And I think we just need to keep on talking about this. It's important, and the younger we start, the better. Then we can live maybe a more balanced, long-term, healthy life. So I'm encouraging you, please ask questions, be curious, do your research. There is a lot of misinformation out there, and of course we are all so unique. A lot of it has to deal with our genetics, our predisposition. Yes, of course, it has to do with our blood type. It has to do with our stress level. It has to do with how much water we're drinking or not drinking. Are you drinking too much alcohol, too much caffeine? Are you drinking soda? Are you eating a balanced diet? Maybe you have too much sugar, fried food, processed food. All of that is going to play a role. So it is about finding a healthy balance no matter what. And that's what I talk about all the time. Sometimes I'm having clients come to me with this hormonal breakout acne in here, and it ends up that they're eating too many nuts. And peanuts are top on that list. And that's a whole other subject that we'll get into that can trigger acne. Today, we're talking about overall health and well-being balance, and I hope that this is going to maybe spark something for you to send it to someone that you know that might have questions or has been struggling. And please message me. You can go to @JenetteSkin if you're not already following me. It's just @JenetteSkin with the butterfly, this awesome, incredible butterfly. You see the sacred feminine womb in there. And I'm gonna just touch on this. This is my favorite go-to right now. It's so hot. I think, God, it got to 100 degrees today in LA. Yes. July, actually tomorrow's August 1st. Can't believe it. Flying by. This is our saving grace for hormonal balance. This has everything you need to keep you calm, cool, and grounded. It has that rose, geranium, and cucumber. And anytime you're feeling a little stressed, a little heated, like you just need a healthy reset, this is it. Helps with anxiety, helps with collagen production, and helps keep the skin a little cooler, more calm. So be divine. If you are feeling like you need a reset and pick me up and more balance, this would be the go-to product. There's so many wonderful ways to use this. I just missed it throughout the day because I just love it. And so I want to share that next episode is going to be about what our hormone imbalance can do for our skin, which what I see mostly is hyperpigmentation, which can lead to melasma, which is set in there a little bit more. Anything that we are doing to mess with the endocrine system is actually creating an imbalance with our hormones. And then what happens is the skin cell memory shifts, and then we're off, and then we get little clusters of pigmentation. Obviously, spending too much time outside is never going to help with that. But if there's a hormonal imbalance, you're going to see it more, especially if you're staying on synthetic hormones that you do not need. So I hope that you've learned something, or it kind of evoked some interest and curiosity, and maybe you want to do a deeper dive into how you are supporting yourself and how maybe you can support some younger women in your life. So thank you so much. Healthy Skin Edit with Jenette. Sending so much love and light. Stay cool out there.